Anthony Davis, Joel Embiid, and Bam Adebayo. If my son wasn't sleeping in the next room, I'd give y'all a round of applause. Before I get into the breakdown, get this video a like, subscribe to the channel. Welcome to Outside the Playbook. All right, Joel Embiid went crazy the other night. 59 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists, and 7 blocks. 20 and 24 from the free throw line, 19 and 28 from the field, 1 of 5 from the three-point line, 105 to 98. All of that equal to a 7-point victory. Granted, Utah Jazz, they're a great team playing above their talent level, I think. That's just my opinion. You trade away Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell, you should have some sort of slack off, but they haven't, so they're playing well. They go in Philly, not expecting this Embiid to show up. Granted, he's averaging 32 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists, similar to his MVP numbers from last year, almost across the board. And for some reason, they're still 5-5 in games that he plays. They have defense. They have, Embiid, Tucker, Harris, Melton. They added to the pot. You have Tyrese Maxey that can hold his own. Offense, Harden, Maxey, Embiid, Harris. They can put buckets on the board. They have everything you could really think of. In my opinion, okay, this is the Embiid that we expected to see. Somebody that was going to be extremely dominant. I'm not talking 59 points, historical numbers, third person in NBA history for the Philadelphia 76ers to have these, have 55 plus, first person to have these type of numbers, 55, 11, 8, and 7 blocks. But he was going to be dominant, okay? He was going to impose his will every night. Philly was going to come out. They was going to impose their will every single game and give victory after victory after victory, and they're 500 when he plays. I didn't even realize he was averaging the same numbers because it's such an underwhelming start to the season for the Sixers. But if you think about it, it can be summed up like this. Tyrese Maxey was talking about the game plan once they realized Embiid had it going, and he said that Doc Rivers kept trying to run pick and roll plays and draw up plays and stuff like that. And Maxey was like, why don't we just give it to Joel? It's really sad that the youngest player in your lineup has to be the one that makes the most obvious decision that says, why don't we just give it to the player that is absolutely dominating this game on both sides of the ball? Sounds simple, sounds easy, but obviously it's too complicated for a coach that's been in the NBA for almost 30 years. Hey, but like I said, very dominant performance from him. Let's see if he can keep this going. Like I said, similar to MVP numbers that he had last year, but he's not even in the MVP conversation because they're not winning games. Anthony Davis. Oh my God, Anthony Davis. Listen, 37 points, 18 rebounds, 2 assists, 7 of 7 from the free throw line, 15 of 25 from the field, no three-pointer tips. On the season, he's averaging 24, 11, 2 and 5, 2.5 assists, and the Lakers are 3 and 10. That's exactly why, because Anthony Davis numbers should look more so like Joel Embiid's numbers for the season for them to have a chance night in and night out. AD has to be an MVP. No LeBron last night, so he was due for a big performance. We haven't had a signing in about a few years since they won a championship. My analyzing of the situation says that Anthony Davis retired after they got the championship. We had a sighting last night against the Nets. Nets have been rolling since they fired Steve Nash, so it was a good quality win for them. And he stepped out of nowhere. Look, if LeBron is going to average 25, 7 and 7, you got Russ coming off his bench, average 18, 8 and 8, and that's not good enough for the Lakers to be better than 3 and 10. You got to look at Anthony Davis to be an MVP caliber player to play up to his potential. I mentioned that he's played better with big men in the lineup with Dwight Howard and Boogie Cousins throughout his career. Don't have that? Suck it up. Do your job. You're paid to be one of the most talented big men in the game. You have the skill set. You have the capability to affect offensive and defensive schemes for the other team. You have to impose your will when you have the opportunity. 37 and 18 is a good start. If he can, step up to that MVP level, Lakers are going to be tough to beat. They're going to be a team that you look at and say they can make the play in and scare somebody potentially if that's how he's going to play. Bam Adebayo. The Heat are 7 and 7. Much like all the rest of the teams in the championship contention hunt. Struggling right off the bat. We seen what's going on in Golden State. 112-113 win. They had to come back on Phoenix, but Phoenix is still a team. They're a contender, okay? Very much a contender. Bam comes in, averaging 18 points, 9 rebounds, 3.5 assists. I said that Bam Adebayo had to at least be above the 20-point mark, at least 10 rebounds a game, and because he's capable, five assists maybe, but he's also playing 1 through 5 defensively. He's guarding everybody on the defensive side of the ball, so you kind of live with it every now and then where he struggles offensively, but you can't afford that if you're going to be contending with all the rest of the weapons that are in the Eastern Conference. Tonight he comes out 30 points, 10 rebounds, 1 steal, 12 of 14 from the free throw line, 9 of 18 from the free throw line. 12 of 14 from the free throw line, 9 of 18 from the field. And if I'm not mistaken, he had 16 points in the fourth quarter. Took over the game. Jimmy didn't have to do it himself. Allowed Jimmy to focus on the defensive side of the ball. Got to stop at the end of the game against Devin Booker. But this is the Bam Adebayo that Miami needs to be successful. Kyle Lowry is aging, not going to have it every night. Tyler Hero and Victor Oladipo are injured right now. There goes your bench scoring and your starting lineup shooting guard that's putting up 20 points a night. So you're missing around 36 to 40 points that you don't have in your lineup currently because everybody's not healthy. When you have Bam step up like that next to a Jimmy, next to a Kyle Lowry, Max Strus is starting to find his own. He's averaging 15 points a night, and you don't have much behind you, but you can put forth this performance against another young big man that's coming up, and DeAndre Ayton on the other side. You're earning your contract, but also you put Miami in a very good position to get back to the NBA Finals, Conference Finals, and be a threat to anybody. Nobody wants to see Miami. Absolutely nobody wants to play Miami in a 7-game series, and especially if Bam can do this, Miami gonna be nice, and that's just not a biased opinion. That's one more for the good guys.